Good evening. My name is Brian Gromkowski. I'm one of the assistant directors of graduate admissions here at William Paterson University. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your schedule to join us today for our webinar. I'm joined here by Karen Phillips. She is our program director for both our MED, Curriculum and Learning with a concentration in school nursing, as well as our school nurse certificate program, both instructional and non-instructional. She's going to be speaking about those in length in just a couple minutes, but I just wanted to touch upon a couple things before we go through. First of all, as just sort of a save the date, I want to make sure that you are aware that we're going to be having a graduate open house on Sunday, November 4th. So that is a great opportunity to meet face-to-face with Karen and some of our other faculty to discuss the programs, your interests, to go over the application process, any other questions that you may think of between then and now. So certainly do keep that in mind as a possibility if that date works for you. If you haven't already, you will be getting an email invitation for that event. So I wanted to make sure you knew that was coming up. The other thing which I think is important to note is we are recording this presentation in its entirety. And I mention that because I want to make sure you can just focus on the presentation, keep any pens, notes, or other things off to the side, and let you just focus on what Karen is talking about with the program. So if at any point further down the line you need to refer back to it, if you need to leave early, or if someone arrives a little bit late, it gives you that opportunity to catch up on that. So we will be sending a link to our YouTube channel usually within a week, and that way you could refer back to it if you need to. But I believe that's it for me. The last thing I would point out is if you do have any questions as we go through, you can type them in the chat box there on the GoToWebinar screen, and that would give us the opportunity to answer anything that you might think of as it pops up, or if you need to leave early and you're not able to stay to the end of the presentation. So if you do have questions, don't hesitate to type them there. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it along to Karen. So Karen, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the webinar about our Masters of Education in Curriculum and Learning with a concentration in school nursing, as well as more information about our school nurse certification program. I'm Dr. Karen Phillips, the coordinator of the school nurse certification program and the MED. I'd like to tell you that you have picked an excellent time to consider school nursing, as school nurses have been more and more in demand as of late. We have been seeing an increase in retirements, and we consistently get requests from neighboring school districts for school nurses, and we make the information available to our students. And in fact, many of our students are even employed before they complete the program. So first I'm going to start with the MED, because that is our newest program and we are very excited to offer this program. So for this, we require the online application and a $50 application fee. All official academic transcripts from any college or university attended. An undergraduate bachelor's degree. It does not have to be a BSN, although that is preferred, but there are prerequisites of developmental psych or lifespan development and community and public health nursing that must be met before admission to the program. We also require a GPA of at least 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, a copy of an active New Jersey nursing license, as well as the online interview. So just to give you an overview of the program, it's a 33 credit program that consists of 24 credits from the current school nurse program with 9 credits from curriculum and learning. The program was set up so that students can either matriculate for the entire program or as a degree completion after they complete the school nurse instructional certification. So exit requirements for this would be the completion of the 33 credits of prescribed graduate study, including 6 credits in educational research, culminating in the product of a master's thesis. So you can see that our classes are primarily hybrid. once you complete the instructional certification courses, then you're eligible for the New Jersey Department of Education instructional certification. Our classes usually don't start before 4:30, and there is financial aid available as long as you are taking 5 credits a semester, but you must complete a FAFSA by June 30th of each year. So these are the courses that are part of the Masters of Education. As you can see, the concentration focuses really on a diverse curriculum. It focuses on facilitating school nurses to expand their knowledge, skills, and the program meets the professional development needs of educators who want to increase their knowledge and expand their career opportunities in school nursing. Our graduates will be prepared to become researchers and leaders with a commitment to equity and diversity in curriculum development and reform. Now, the first 8 courses that you see there are part of the school nurse instructional program, and the last 3 are the core courses from the College of Education from Curriculum and Learning. So, moving on to the school nurse certification. The school nurse certification is a non-degree, it's a graduate non-degree program. The requirements for this, some of it is similar to the MED in that online application, $50 application fee, all official academic transcripts, again, undergraduate bachelor's degree from an accredited university, BSN preferred, prerequisites, developmental psych, and community public health nursing. Looking here for a GPA of at least 2.75 on a 4.0 scale. Again, copy of an active New Jersey nursing license and current CPR certification. So this is a program approved by the New Jersey Department of Education. It is offered by the Department of Nursing. Upon completion of this program, students are eligible for the New Jersey Department of Education certificate for the program completed, be it instructional or non-instructional, because we do offer both, and I will get into that in a little bit. This program is primarily hybrid, so that means that the courses are online and face-to-face. So in a 15-week semester, you might come to campus 7 to 8 times and have the rest of the courses online. We do have a couple courses that are completely online, so you would not be coming to campus at all for them. But if a course is face-to-face, then you would come every week. Financial aid, again, available as long as you fill out the FAFSA and that you take at least 5 credits a semester. So, as I mentioned, we have 2 tracks, instructional and non-instructional. Instructional is 24 credits. It does include a course in teaching methods. It's instruction of health education, K to 12, and a practicum component. The practicum component is what we call in the field. It would be like student teaching, except it's student nursing in a health office. So upon completion of these 24 credits, you would be certified to teach school health K to 12 and work in a health office. As I mentioned earlier, the exit requirements, developmental psych and community public health nursing, those have to be satisfied before you can take the final course, which is the practicum. For the non-instructional, it's 18 credits. You would be certified to work in the health office only. Again, the same requirements, same exit requirements. And once you have completed the coursework, then you would complete the application for certification, which would come to me to review, to do a final audit, and then it would be forwarded to the Office of Certification to forward to the New Jersey Department of Education. So just to give you an idea, this is what the non-instructional courses look like. It's 6 courses. They are the same 6 courses that are part of the instructional. And then these are the instructional certification courses. And you can see there's 8 courses. And the 2 that are different are, as I mentioned before, the instruction of health education and the school health student teaching practicum. So this is just a picture of University Hall. Most of the classes that are held here at University Hall on the main campus, but since this is a multidisciplinary program, some of the courses will be held on the Valley Road campus, which is just a few minutes away off Hamburg Turnpike. William Paterson is located at 300 Pompton Road, just off Hamburg Turnpike. Our location makes us a very easy commute from Route 46, 287, or 80. And this is just a picture of a couple of the classrooms that we utilize in our program. Okay, so the role of the school nurse is really multifocal. You serve as a nurse and you serve as a teacher. So the role of the nurse, you're part of national, state, and local school nurse associations. You promote health and safety, intervene with actual or potential health problems, provide direct health care to students and staff, provide screening and referral for health conditions, document care, maintain records, administer medications. You are a liaison between school personnel, family, community, and healthcare providers. And this, as a school nurse, you would be developing individualized healthcare plans for your students and referrals for follow-up. Provide ongoing health information to students, parents, and healthcare providers. And your role as a teacher, you're part of NJEA at national, state, and local levels. You do not have a traditional teaching schedule, but you will teach somebody every day in some capacity. And you are a role model for students and staff. You act as a resource person in promoting health. You ensure accessibility of school health services to all students and staff. Promote and maintain a positive image of nursing. Use nursing research to promote best practice guidelines, collaborate with staff, students, parents, and other professionals to assess health needs and develop a school health plan, educate about normal growth and development, actual and potential health problems. So, to summarize, the knowledge of a school nurse must be extensive, competent, responsible, and accountable. Now, in certain situations, school districts will hire a school nurse that has not completed the program and does not have certification yet. When the demand for a school nurse exceeds the availability, a school district may apply to the county for a nurse to receive emergency certification. So at that time, the nurse must be enrolled in a state-approved program such as William Paterson, and they are given 3 years to complete the program. It's a standard 1-year license, but you can reapply 2 times. Emergency certification can be issued to a candidate who holds a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited college or university and a current New Jersey registered professional nurse license, must have current CPR with AED. The candidate shall also present evidence of study in public health nursing and child and or adolescent growth and development. Okay, some commonly asked questions. So, what are the tuition costs? The tuition costs here for the graduate program is $714 a credit. Can you apply if you do not have a BSN degree? Well, a BSN is preferred. Our requirements really are just for a bachelor's degree. However, as I mentioned, you have to have the public health nursing, which you do not have if you don't have a bachelor's degree. So you would have to make arrangements to take public health nursing. How long will it take to complete the program if I am a full-time and or part-time student? That really depends on how many courses you wish to take at a time. If you are in the instructional program, which is 8 courses, you took 1 course a semester, it would take you 8 semesters. Consequently, if you were in the MED, which has 11 courses, and you only took 1 course a semester, then you would be talking about, 11 semesters to complete. So it really depends on the student and how many courses they wish to take. Sometimes students who are just starting a new job don't want to take 2 courses or 3 courses. 3 courses would be full-time. But we try to work with each student individually in that aspect so that you know, we can work out a program that works for them. We do offer some of the school nurse certification courses over the summer, the substance abuse interventions, the introduction to special education is offered all year round, spring, summer, and fall. And but the education courses, research and education 1 and 2, and the curriculum theory would only be offered in the fall and spring semester. Do I need to complete the certification prior to entering the MED program? You do not have to. You can if you wish. You know, I look at it as kind of a phase 1, phase 2. So if I was just going to enter the program as for instructional certification, I'd complete that, and then phase 2 would be to go, you know, apply to the MED and take the last 3 courses. However, you could apply directly to the MED. You would be starting with the school nurse courses anyway. And then once you complete the 8 courses for school nurse certification, you could apply for your certification. Is a thesis required? Yes, it is in the MED because that's part of research and education 1 and 2. Are practical experiences available? Yes, because in our practicum, our nursing school nurses are then assigned. We work with the Office of Field Study to find a placement for you if you are not already working as a full-time school nurse. And so we look at different school districts that may even be looking for help so that, you know, it puts you in a good position to hopefully get employment in the future. So how do I get started? Well, you need to complete the online application and you need to request all of your transcripts. And I will tell you from experience that the transcripts take the longest time for us to get. So if you graduated from Willie P, then we would have your transcripts here. But if not, you would have to request them for us. And that does take time. However, we do have a rolling enrollment here. So we are still open taking applications for the spring. So go to the website to graduate admissions, fill out the online application. We will need a copy, as I said before, of your nursing license and the application fee. And once we get all of the documentation together, then graduate admissions lets me know, and I go online and review everything. And then when I review it, I then send it forward to College of Education, and then the letter comes from them. So that really is my presentation. Thank you so much for attending the webinar today. Please contact me if you have any further questions. This is graduate admissions and also my office number as well as my email, but I prefer for you to reach out to me via email, and I do get back to you very quickly. I hope to hear from a number of you. If there aren't any other questions, I'm going to turn this back over to Brian.
Thank you very much, Karen. For anybody who may have joined us late, just a couple quick things I wanted to make sure you were aware of before you head off on your way for the evening. First, wanted to make sure you knew we did record this webinar in its entirety. We are going to make it available to everybody who received the invitation for today's event. You'll usually get that from us in about a week. It'll be a link to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to review this recording in its entirety if you need to. The other thing I want to make sure you're aware of is we are having our next graduate open house on Sunday, November 4th, and that's going to be from 1 to 3 p.m. over here at our University Commons. So if you were able to join us, you'd have the opportunity to meet Dr. Karen Phillips in person to talk about the program a little bit further and get any questions answered that you might have between now and then. You should have received an email invitation if you've shown an interest in the program in the past, and certainly if you haven't, you will be getting one shortly after attending this webinar. So just keep that in mind as well. But I believe that's it for our presentation. So again, from all of us here in the Graduate Admissions Office, thank you so much for your time. Certainly feel free to stop by if you do have any questions for us as well. We're located in Morrison Hall, and our office is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. So feel free to stop by, whether it's dropping off application documents or any specific questions about the program. We'd be very happy to help you. And also financial aid, the registrar's office, and a number of other offices, student enrollment services are all here in this building as well. So a good chance to get a number of different resources in front of you in a very short window of time. So again, thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful evening, and we hope to hear from you soon. Take care.